Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Jacqueline DeStremps. I'm with Another Hand Advantage. And some of you may be popping over from Instagram, or maybe you're joining me. You were invited by one of my guests today. Welcome. We are going to talk today. Actually, we're going to answer your questions about marketing, personal style, brand photography, but we're also going to tell you a little bit about our Business Brand Kickstart event that's coming up as well. So let me go ahead and add in my guests here. First, I'm going to bring up, let's see here, we've got Loren North here.
Hello.
Hi, Loren. I was like, yay, it worked. And then let me go ahead and pop on Crystal here too. Ta-da! Yay, look at that. And let me see what this does. Oh, okay. I don't know which of these I like that. I didn't know I had options for, anyway.
The things we didn't know.
I know, this is so exciting. Okay, sorry for everybody who's watching going, just pick something already. So real quick, let me go ahead and introduce everybody. So we've got Loren. And Loren, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Sure. So my name is Loren. I'm a clothing stylist. So this is clothing, not hair, and personal shopper. I work with men and women who want a more thoughtful, curated, and conscious closet so that the clothes reflect who they are, sends the message that they want to send with their style. And I work with the clothes that they have. So I don't make them throw away anything to like go and spend $5,000 on a new wardrobe. This is all about using what they have, discovering who they are on the inside so their clothes represent them, and shopping at consignment stores when needed.
Awesome. Okie dokie. And then up next we have Crystal. She's a brand photographer. Crystal, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, of course. So I'm Crystal with Crystal Clear Photography. I am a brand photographer, and that just means that I focus on supporting small business owners and getting various lifestyle portraits, headshots, really any type of marketing image, even stock photography that they can utilize for your business, on your website, throughout marketing materials, and all of that good stuff.
Great. And you just had, this is really exciting, you just had a flat lay workshop, and Loren, you actually attended Crystal's flat lay workshop. How was that?
Oh,
yeah, it was great. I'll let Loren tell you all about it.
I can tell you from my perspective, it was great. So I went in there wanting to specifically learn how to get better photos of outfits to be literally laid out for both my Facebook and my Pinterest.
Right.
So I mission accomplished. I learned right away what I wasn't doing right before, how to get it the way I wanted. And it was a lot easier than I thought. I thought I would need more technology, more tools, and you really just need a foam board and your camera. And a class.
Yeah, and I took Crystal's class was it last year already, or was it earlier this year, Crystal?
Oh God, it was earlier this year.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in February.
The time here. Yeah, so what's really exciting, I guess, for anyone who's joining us or watching this later is the three of us have actually all done business together with one another. So that's what's so exciting. So when I presented to them this idea that I had for an event, it was just kind of natural that I pick Crystal and Loren. So I want to talk a little bit about our upcoming event. It's called the Business Brand Kickstart. And to give you a little bit of background, how I first envisioned this was I was working with my clients on their marketing, and whether it be their website or their social media. And what I was finding was when I would start asking them for images, or I'd start scrolling through their social media to do kind of a little bit of an audit and see what they were doing so far, I saw all these stock images. And they really didn't have, they really didn't show off their business all that well. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is, we need some better photos. So instead of just referring them to a photographer saying, you need better photos, go get some, then come back when you have them, I thought, oh my gosh, wouldn't that be great if we could have an event where we actually got to work together, where I worked with the client on their marketing strategy, and then they got to have those awesome photos taken. So I started talking to Crystal about that, and right around that same time, we both kind of had that aha moment, and we said, because Crystal, one of the questions you get a lot when you work with professionals is, what do I wear?
Right. So with what to wear, that's, I guess, where Lauren kind of steps in and can kind of help guide them through that, because I think that that's a tough thing to answer, to be specific. But it's a lot of times you want to dress to your ideal client. A lot of times people have questions about, like, should I mix and match prints? Like, what goes with my brand? And so I think that's what's awesome about what Lauren does and how it coordinates with what I do, because it's always a problem. Like, that's like one of the first questions that people come up with whenever they have an issue and or preparing for their photo shoot, is that's like the number one issue. What am I going to wear? How am I going to pair it? Like, what is it going to look like? Is it going to feel comfortable on me? And so I think that's where Lauren steps in and can probably tell you a little bit more about how she kind of works that magic to get you ready to work with me.
Yeah, so we both were thinking, hey, wouldn't it be great if we included Lauren in this, because inevitably either one of us is going to get the questions, what should we wear? So that's kind of how Business Brand Kickstart started. Is I had the idea and I thought, there's just no way I can pull this off on my own. I knew Crystal, I knew Lauren, and we all kind of came together, and now we've got our third Business Brand Kickstart coming up. So that's really exciting. So that's going to be coming up on September 14th. And we have here in Phoenix. So sorry for those of you if you're joining us and you don't live in Arizona. I'm trying to come, like, how can we do this virtually? But anyway, that's another story. But yeah, why don't we kind of, since Crystal I brought it up and Crystal kind of alluded to it. Lauren, why don't you talk a little bit about the time that they get to spend with you and how you're going to help them come up with what to wear for their photo shoot that day?
Sure. So the cool thing about the way the event is structured is that it's 30 minutes, which each of us, starting with Jacqueline, and each thing kind of builds on itself. So when you're meeting with her, and she'll explain more about it, but she's really kind of reviewing and taking a look at your online presence and what you have already. But also she's really thinking about your message, your business, and your clients. And so we also have an intake form associated with that. So we're really learning a lot about you before we meet you in person, and that's key to all of our work with you. And so by the time you've met with Jacqueline, you've come to me, I have gotten her notes from meeting with you, where you want to use your images, who your clients are, is this for a website, is it for social media? And so the neat thing is that you get to bring your own clothes. You don't need to bring your entire closet, but you need to bring a few sets of outfits of things that you love to wear, things that fit you well, things that perhaps match what you do as a professional. Like, for example, we had a physician earlier this year, and she brought her lab coat and her stethoscope as layering and accessory pieces. So bringing clothes that you would either wear when you're working with a client, when you're going to events, when you're actually doing your job, things like that. And if you don't see how they can go together or how you can create new looks with them, don't worry about it. That's my job. So I'm going to take everything you've kind of told us ahead of time. We're going to work with Jacqueline as well. And we're going to come up with new ways to wear what you have. Regardless of how much you brought, there are always new things to do. Plus, you're going to leave with recommendations about how to do this yourself in your closet. You learn a little bit more about color. And another question we get a lot is what to do if you don't have brand colors. Well, don't worry about that. Bring the colors that you have a lot of in your closet, and black does not count. So thinking about if you really love the wardrobe.
I know, I was like, did she just glance over Crystal when she said that?
And I always wear black, but I have colorful walls behind me now for my video. But, if you do love blues, if you love reds, like Jacqueline's color is always this beautiful purple. You're seeing that consistency with her logo in the background and the messages here on the screen. So what are those colors? Don't be afraid of it. It's my job to show you how you can wear them, embrace them, and still be professional. And if they're not a brand color, getting back to that, it doesn't matter. Have it be a color that you can wear a lot of, and it doesn't even need to be a clothing item. It could be a handbag. You'll see my pink bag in the distance there. That's kind of everywhere in my branding, that color pink. Can be footwear. For gentlemen, it can be jackets or ties, something that you can regularly wear that's consistent, because the key to, really being memorable for your business online and in person is that you are intentional and then you're consistent. So people kind of see you not wearing the same thing all the time, but wearing the same colors and the same kind of styling, the tailoring, silhouette that all feeds into it. So we're really going to get you set up for that for success. And then we will send you over to Crystal, who has stepped out for a minute here, I think. I can't see her on the screen. So we will send you over to her so that you get that question answered. What do I wear for these photos? I have positioned you for that. So when you go to her, you have the outfits kind of set up for a few outfit changes.
Yeah, and a couple of things that you touched on there too, Loren, actually brings me to the next question that I get asked a lot. And a lot of people want to know, how do I get more engagement on social media? Oh my gosh, the algorithms, what do I do? And obviously, a lot of that has to do with your messaging and what you're posting. But I would say a lot of it is really just showing up and presenting yourself, which again is why I think that having these photos of yourself, headshots, full length, you just interacting and being yourself and showcasing your business, your products, maybe showcasing images that show off what you do for a service is just so important, because these days, we are bombarded by images on social media. It used to be, just, post and that's great. Then all of a sudden it was, no, you need photos. You need photos if you want to show up in social media. Well, now it's all, now you need video. You need video if you want to. Well, you know what? Not everybody is going to have a video they want to post every day, but you can have a great assortment of, images of yourself that you can use on your social media, on your website, so people get to see who you are, because they're not doing business with your brand. They're doing business with you, especially if you're a solopreneur, if you're any of the creatives that are out there that are trying to, hey, how do I stand out among the crowd? Well, you stand out by showing yourself, just like the three of us are doing right here. We're not doing we're not doing a story with just some text on the screen, or, a webinar where it just shows text on the screen and we're talking behind the scenes. We're all showing up right here on screen. And I feel like that's one of the best ways, if you're wanting to get more engagement and stand out on your social media, is you have to show some pictures of yourself. And if you're going to show pictures that represent your business, again, have those photos be professional photos. We talked about Crystal's flat lay workshop. Even those are done with a cell phone. But again, you've had some professional instruction on how to do that layout. That's really going to help you a lot with your engagement. It's going to get you more organic followers, and they're going to be people who actually want to do business with you. It's not just a vanity number like, oh, yay, I have 8,000 followers now. Yeah, well, how many of those people are actually going to do business with you? By showing up personally in your social media feeds, you're going to get those organic followers and people who actually want to do business with you.
Yeah, I like the fact that you brought that up, because I think that people forget that social media is a way for people to connect socially. So, and with Instagram, like you said, the images aren't going away. Video is becoming more popular, another great way to kind of get in front of your audience. And that's why there's, different stories for both now Facebook and Instagram. And, they created IGTV to give people more exposure through video. But when it comes down to it, when you're scrolling through the feed and you're looking at other people's, posts and things like that, it's still 90% photo. So I think that people forget that piece, or maybe they're a little shy of that piece and what it might look like to work with a photographer, and is 30 minutes at this Business Brand Kickstart going to be enough time for you to relax and get the authentic looking images that you're really striving to have to be able to connect with your audience. So, when I feel like people are faced with, that particular question, is 30 minutes enough? Well, yes, it is. And the reason why is because I'm a professional. I've been doing this for 4.5 years. I've worked with tons of different business owners with different personalities, different styles, and different audiences. And one of the things that is consistent across the board when it comes to feedback from all of my clients is how quickly I can adapt to your personality and helping you relax and helping you laugh and helping you feel comfortable, giving you some tips and some guidance and direction to quickly, obtain a lot of images in a really short amount of time. I think one of the biggest pieces of feedback that we've all gotten from everyone who's come through Business Brand Kickstart is that you get so many more photos than you actually expected.
Yeah.
So you'd be surprised between Lauren and and myself. Like, she's going to have you styled out where you've got your multiple outfits, and I'm going to rotate through several different poses and shots and things like that I can take for you, that you're going to realize you're going to walk away with a lot more than you think you might be able to achieve in a short amount of time.
Yeah, and that's what's great too, is even within those 30 minutes, you can do a couple outfit changes. Loren is really good about saying, you can wear these pants or this skirt for every single photo, but here's how you're going to make it look completely different just by, changing out your top or changing out some accessories. So afterwards, what's included in the price for the 90-minute session is 2 images that are professionally edited, but you'll have access to every photo that was taken by Crystal. So if you want to select more images, Crystal's more than happy to edit, more images for you as well. So you'll have a whole library of images to go through. You'll get to pick 2. I think another fun thing that I was actually just thinking about the other day was, so you're going to get, in the 90 minutes, you get 30 minutes with each of us. So it's almost like a sampler platter. I'm working with 3 different professionals. So if you are a little hesitant about, I don't know how I would feel about having my photo taken, or I haven't had pictures taken since, senior high school photos or whatever that might be, or you're like, ew, I don't want somebody telling me what to wear. I can dress myself, but I don't know what more can she offer? Or if you're thinking, okay, I've tried everything and nothing works on social media, I just don't know what to do to stand out or get my business out there. Here's an opportunity to kind of try us all out. What does it look like to work with somebody on your marketing strategy? What does it look like to have a professional stylist say, hey, have you ever thought of wearing this top with these pants and these shoes? And what is it like to be in front of that camera? So it's kind of, like I said, it's like a little sampler of working with us. And if you were to work with each one of us individually, I was trying to add it up. I want to say it's well over $600 if you wanted to work with each one of us on an individual basis. But here at the Business Brand Kickstart, you get to work with all of us. You get the 2 images. You get professional styling from you, Loren. You get a marketing strategy from me, and you're getting that all for $3.99.
And don't forget the other part of the platter that is new for this event is the hair and makeup.
Oh my gosh, yes. How can I forget that?
Yeah, because we don't have our 4th little square here, but with Di from Main Attraction, so we have Main Attraction Salon we partnered with. And that's the other really cool thing, not to interrupt, is that you're not just getting the 3 of us for $3.99. You're getting that as well. So it's like the ultimate a la carte. Like she said, it's a sampler platter.
Hey.
And this is like wanted celebrity treatment, like walk in and get your hair and makeup done, have someone help you with how you're going to utilize those images and incorporate it. And then you have Lauren standing there, like helping you switch out your outfits and stuff real quick and making sure that you're styled. And, she quickly, I saw her just, checking people's jackets and, making sure that everything was sitting okay. And they're prepared and ready to go. I mean, it feels like you get to be a celebrity for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I just popped up on the screen one of the images. Let me tell
Oh yeah, there's all of us working together there.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah, again, so it feels like that kind of, get a chance to be a celebrity for 90 minutes and have, you know, all these people helping you so that you feel a little bit more confident and secure and walking away and going, okay, that was a good experience. I got everything I needed. I have the professional photos. Lauren helped me. I feel good about my style and what I'm wearing. And you had your hair and your makeup touched up, so you're good for the rest of the day too.
Exactly. Because if you come in the morning sessions, you're exactly right, and you're out, you're ready to go for the rest of the day that Friday.
Yeah.
And yeah, that part's awesome because it really is like Jacqueline said, if you're not sure, maybe you think you just need like the marketing review, you're not sure about styling, well, you could try it out for 30 minutes, or maybe you think, oh my goodness, that's the thing that's been missing, has been hair and makeup, and I hate doing that stuff myself. Well, we got you covered. And as I like to say, that's why this event is for business owners by business owners, because we have been there and we know what it's like to try to piece this all together, get overwhelmed, and have your business what you're supposed to be doing too. This is a great way to outsource at a very accessible price point to get access to so many professionals at one time.
Yep. I think we kind of went through and made like a checklist of like, you know, the pain points for all of these key areas and just, you know, checking it all off. And we continue to try to add different resources. And I know we've got a lot of free things on the backside that you guys are going to get exposure to just continue to make sure that you not only go through the process with us, but you actually get to take things away from it and implement those things and have that marketing summary from your conversation with Jacqueline and your tips from Lauren and the photos from me, and you're actually able to go and implement those things as opposed to going through other workshops where you get tons of information, you're inundated with all of this stuff, and you walk away and you might apply a couple of things, you may remember a little bit of it, but for the most part, it kind of just gets put back behind you, and then you feel like you really didn't get much out of your investment.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. And also, if we have, I was just looking at the calendar and I was like, oh my gosh, that seriously is this Friday. So we have a special bonus if you book your session by the end of the day this Friday. We have 5 spots left. If you book your session by the end of the day this Friday, we have a couple of special bonuses that we're throwing in. So Crystal, you get some time to talk with Crystal beforehand. You want to talk a little bit about that, Crystal, what you're offering as your part of the bonus?
Yeah, so I'm offering a free 30-minute consult call to give you an opportunity to get prepared, because obviously sometimes when you get to me in the part of the process, you've gone through, you know, talking with everybody else, but we don't get a lot of time to talk. We're going to get more time to shoot. So I want you to get the most out of that. And by doing so, we're going to talk ahead of time so you can get comfortable with me. We can have a little bit of a game plan as to how the shoot can go, what all you can get out of it. Make sure that you feel prepared. You can even bring a few props. So we've had some business owners who want a little bit more of a lifestyle type photo, something that they can use to connect with their audience. So we can talk about some props and things that you can bring along. But again, just, you know, one more kind of cherry on the top of the pie, so to speak, to make sure that you are fully aware and successful and able to walk away with as much from me as you possibly can.
Yeah, some of the fun props that people have brought have been like coffee mugs.
One gal brought a laptop, some books.
Yeah, and your laptop, your phone.
Like there were all kinds of things. So
yeah, Crystal has some backup cameras, like cameras that we did some fun pictures with. We brought donuts. Feel free to bring snacks as one of your props, everybody.
Right. I was like, I'm going to challenge you to use a little bit of your personality. You know, what is your favorite snack? Are you, you know, used to these, you know, wonky sunglasses that you wear, or, you know, fun stuff like that to help you relate to your audience, because people want to know you. They want to look at you and be able to relate to you right away. So we'll definitely take advantage of all of that.
Yeah. And then Lauren, you're offering a personalized style lookbook for those people who book by this Friday. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is? What's included with that?
Yeah, so what you're going to get is a little snapshot. So it's your style summary. So we'll talk about your message to your clients, the colors that you like to wear, how you're actually going to achieve that message. So it could be things by wearing more patterns, or always making sure you have a jacket to wear over your items. So whatever the style kind of tidbits and tips and tricks we talk about is going to be captured in that lookbook. So you don't have to worry about writing it all down or remembering it. I give you a color wheel so you can practice color theory, because colors are key. I will just say that in advance, and spoiler alert, wearing color is usually the number one thing that my clients want to do and they don't know how. So I give you the tools to do that. And then you'll get some supporting blogs and videos from my library of resources that support your style journey. So if you are someone who's interested in wearing patterns together, well, I have a blog for that. If you're someone who wants to learn how to shop secondhand, I have a blog for that. So kind of feed that in. So it's very personalized. It's a PDF. You just save it to your phone. And any pictures we take of outfits, not professional ones with Crystal, but ones that I take so you can kind of see what I'm talking about with color pairing, for example, I'll just throw those in there so you have them to refer to as well. So it's really powerful. It's like a small version of what I do for my clients when I work with them one-on-one. But these are tremendous resources because it basically reduces the overwhelm. There's a lot of knowledge coming at you, so we want to capture that for you so you don't have to think about it that day. You know you're going to get that little deliverable.
And raise your hand if you'd rather have someone kind of tell you what to wear instead of guessing every day.
I know.
Yep. Exactly.
And then lastly, I've put together a finding your audience worksheet. So one of the things that I try to hone in on when one of the first questions I even ask is, who is your audience? And no, your audience is not women who live in Phoenix. Because that's not specific enough. That's a lot of people. So can you only imagine, and some people out there watching this might be going, oh, can you imagine the frustration and how time consuming that must be if you are trying to market yourself to such a broad audience? So I'm going to be putting together a finding your audience worksheet that walks you through the process of looking at, okay, it's women in Phoenix. Now what? Okay, it's women in Phoenix who own their own business. Okay, let's drill it down even more. So you'll have that worksheet that you can work through, and you'll even get to actually work through it before your session on September 14th. So when you come to sit down with me and I ask you, so who's your audience? You can, ta-da, here's my worksheet, here's my audience. This is who I want to target with my marketing. And again, we purposely, did this workshop in September so that you would have your marketing strategy and those images so you can go into your fourth quarter with everything that you need to market your business for your fall, for the holidays, any special promos that you have coming up, anything end of year that you have coming up. So with these bonuses, along with everything that we've got included in the workshop, we hope we've got you, kind of covered to really rock your fourth quarter.
Love it.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up. I don't know. Is there anything that I was missing, ladies? I think we kind of went over a lot of the questions that we had gotten beforehand. And obviously, if anybody has any other questions, feel free to pop them below in the comments. We'll, of course, be coming back through and answering any of those questions. Thanks so much for joining me, ladies, and playing with my my new toy here, the new Facebook Live, Be Live that I've got going on here. I hope everybody who's watching this afterwards, you'll hop on over and check us out at businessbrandkickstart.com. And again, if you have any questions, go ahead and pop them in the comments and we will be here to answer them.
Yeah, you can see you guys there.
All right, ladies. Bye. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
Bye.
Take care.